All right, today we're going to interview my roommate Lindsay, and we chose to discuss question number 2. Tell us about a change you were unsuccessful in making in the past.
Okay. Change that I was unsuccessful in making was to it had to do with a nursing major that I chose. When I came into Grand Valley, I went in undecided after high school and pretty much my entire life thinking that I would become a doctor and do pre-med, and then I just kind of got scared, so I went in undecided. By the next semester, I thought it would be a good idea to come up with a major. Since I have had this strong interest in the medical field, I thought nursing would be a good choice. It didn't sound as daunting, it wasn't as much schooling, and I just thought that would be better. So I declared nursing. I went through all the prerequisites, and then a year later, I applied for the program. I was granted an interview, but I was not granted a spot in the nursing program. So I would say that my declaration of nursing as a major was the unsuccessful change that I had.
Sure. So it sounds like obviously this was a big change in your life. You know, a lot of college students go through this. How did you cope with that and not being able to get into the program and choosing a different career path?
Well, first I had a backup plan, sort of. I thought if I didn't get in, then I would try again or do an allied health sciences major and do a second degree program after I graduate to become a nurse, because I thought that's what I wanted to do. So when I didn't get in, at first I was very, very, very upset, and the whole process was stressful, and it didn't really go the way that I would hoped, obviously, but in more than one reason. So I was very upset, and I didn't really know what to do. I was very confused with what to do and how I was going to make it through the rest of school without having a major or a program to get into. But I had lots of support from my family, and I remember I went home that weekend, and they were very helpful. They gave me suggestions, and so that was helpful. But then I was still confused, probably because I didn't know what to do, and I guess if I really had my heart set on nursing, then I would be okay with setting it off to later in life. But not getting in kind of made me realize that that's not what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. And 4 days later, it was a Tuesday, because I found out on Friday, I decided that I wanted to do the pre-med route. So I changed my major and went towards pre-med.
Sure. It seems like that has been a very impacting decision for your future. Obviously, you've chosen pre-med versus nursing. Well, what are you most excited about for the future in pre-med? What brought you to this field?
Well, I've always been super interested in the medical field, and when I was little, I saw an eye doctor quite often, and so I thought that was really cool, and I said I wanted to be a doctor. So it was always a background interest for me, but I don't know, I've always liked the idea of that, and just helping people and making people feel better. I know that it's the right track for me now, especially that I'm doing it. I just feel a lot happier where I am now than I was.
Yeah, that helping profession here in social work, and it sounds like yours is a very helping profession as well. you know, it's exciting, I think, for the both of us and something that will lead us towards our future. Can you maybe tell us a little bit more about your family and how much they helped you throughout this, and you know what kind of support system that was to you and what it meant to you?
Yeah. Like I said, my family was super supportive, and regardless of what happened, you know, they always told me that they were proud of me and that they loved me. And even though that doesn't really do much to, like, what is your future going to be, it was still just comforting to know that I always had them to just rely on in case something bad happened, you know. But my grandma is a nurse, and even when I declared nursing, she said, you should be a doctor, you should be a doctor. And at the time I was kind of irritated, like, this is what I chose, you know, can you do this? Like, just want me to be a nurse, you know? And, you know, she eventually kind of stopped pushing it until I didn't get in. She goes, you should just do pre-med, and it stuck with me. And I should have just listened to her to begin with, because she knew what I should be doing.
Yeah, you know, grandma's no mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you have great people to get your back on this and to kind of figure out where you're going and help you out. Are there any other unsuccessful changes that you have thought about in your life that maybe have impacted your future beyond the nursing and the pre-med?
Probably. I just can't think of them right now. Just, I am afraid that the same thing's going to happen with applying to medical school, that I'm not going to get in, like, nursing was, but I guess that kind of helped me prepare and, like, know what to, like, how to cope with that. Hopefully I won't have to deal with it, but I guess I hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a fear that a lot of people are, you know, afraid of for the future, and failure and denial. But you know, I think with your hard work, you being my roommate and you studying all the time, I think it'll be work out fine for you.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything else that you want to say about your pre-med major, or anything that's brought you to this, besides, you know, what you've gone through in the past and what your heart has come to?
Just, it's made me look back and see things in a different perspective than what I did when I was going through it. And, like, everything happens for a reason.
Sure.
At the time, that wasn't something that I wanted to hear. I know that I heard that plenty of times, and it was not very comforting, because I didn't know what the future held for me. But looking back, I can see that it was definitely a good thing, and I'm very happy that that's what happened, because I probably wouldn't be satisfied if that's what happened, if I didn't get in.
Just to kind of reiterate what you said, I mean, it really does sound like this career path has brought you down the road where you want to go. And that's great for you, and I'm really excited to see, you know, where you're at in a few years. So thanks, Lindsay, for talking and being in the video.